Welcome back, Masters and Princesses, to another episode of Made News Network. I am your host, S.J. Nix, and I am here with Peter Lim. Morning, Peter.
Good morning.
Yeah, good. Happy 10 p.m. to you in Japan. Um, and you will notice we have guests today. We are here with Destiny and Richard. They attended the Detroit show back here in May, and we're going to chat a little bit about that. So good morning, Destiny and Richard.
Morning.
Morning.
Okay. So I guess the first question is, which one of you is the bigger fan? Who brought the other into the mix?
That would be me.
Okay. So how did you stumble across Band Maid?
Interestingly enough, I am a really big fan of the Netflix movie Kate. So that's actually how I found them. But the funny part was I watched the movie many, many times before I actually found Band Maid. Like, I would listen to the music in the movie. Like, they have a really good soundtrack in that movie. It's phenomenal. Also, everyone ignore the cat screaming. Um, but the car chase scene and the scene in the underground concert, those were their songs. And I remember thinking in those parts, I was like, I like this music. I like the sound of these songs. And it was strange to me that I looked up the soundtrack and saw that two songs were done by the same band, which ended up being Band Maid. So I ended up looking them up after that because I liked the sound. They have a really distinct sound. Like, even though all their songs are very different, I could tell that those two songs were by the same artist, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Mhm.
Wow, I don't know that. I, I think you're the first person that's ever told me that you found them through Kate. I'm sure there's plenty of people who have,
Hmm.
but
Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I love that actress, so I watch everything that she's in. So I guess I could thank her for finding Band Maid.
Are you a Scott Pilgrim fan?
I am, big time. Very big time.
Hmm.
We're big gamer nerds here, so we like all
oh,
of that
hey.
stuff.
Okay, wasn't expecting that. So, and I actually haven't seen Kate, but I know it was Choose Me, and what was the other song?
Blooming.
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 Mhm.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't. It's not often you hear people who like do the research from a soundtrack because the music resonated with them like that. So
I
that's
I do. I sing and I love music.
okay.
So when I find something that I like the sound of, if it's in a TV show, an anime, a movie, I go looking for it so I can add it to a playlist, So I'm always looking it up that way.
Got it. So this one's for you, Richard. So uh, Destiny starts to dive in and explore this stuff. What's your reaction? You're like, oh, that sounds pretty cool, or is it just background noise in the beginning?
It's normally background noise for me. Most of the songs. I mean, I enjoy it. And then like she told me about the band one day, like that they're just a Japanese girl band that wears maid outfits, and I was like, that sounds weird, but she just started showing me videos of them playing, and I was like, man, they actually sound pretty good. But
Yeah, I introduced him to the like
Bloom, I think it was Bloomy. That was the
Blooming
first.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then I showed him a lot of their live ones because
yeah.
you can't get the whole effect of the band until you watch their live videos. So then you'll kind of
Mhm.
understand their personality and what really draws you to them. And so then he started kind of watching them more with me. And
Oh yeah.
most of the time he's just stuck in the car having to listen to
Yeah,
Band Maid
that's how it was
on
at
car
first.
trips and
But lately, I just started looking them up myself, and I never
yeah,
thought I'd do that.
yeah.
But
They're
Well, okay,
now on
here.
his playlist. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, here's a question. What do you guys, or what did you guys listen to normally beforehand? Like, what was in your playlist before Band Maid?
Hard rock.
yeah.
Hard rock, maybe a little bit of screamo, not something really heavy metal by any means. I don't know.
I listen to some country. I
Yeah,
listen to a little bit of everything.
yeah, we're
Country,
very
rock.
diverse.
Hmm.
I think that's why some people are able to grasp onto Band Maid, the ones that have a very diverse catalog of music, because they don't get weirded out, I guess, by the whole Band Maid outfit and being a Japanese rock girl. So we're pretty diverse with what we listen to, which I think has helped us branch out more.
Right. So I think one of the things with the band is that it's a really weird dichotomy in that the music is so accessible, but there's so many prog elements that are always just bubbling beneath the surface. The musicianship is so high, the songs are very complex, but to the ear, they're very easy to listen to. So it does grab that mixture.
Yeah.
So maybe name a couple of like your favorites.
Wonderland is actually my favorite Band Maid song. And
Very
then I
prog.
love, yeah. Well, I like that it shows Psyche's versatility with her range very well, and not just her range in that song, but if you kind of listen, say you were to omit her, it just kind of seems like everybody's doing a really good balancing act during that whole song. You know, it's a little more pulled back with the other instruments compared to some of their other ones. So it kind of feels like they're all really just doing this dance together and it's just fitting together somehow. So I really just appreciate the overall aesthetic of that song. But I'm a huge fan of their instrumentals. Like I love Psyche. She's a great singer, a great frontman, but I love their instrumental. So I would probably say if I were to pick a favorite song that didn't have vocals, it would be From Now On. Right now is top. So, and that's one of the first songs I introduced you to. Yeah.
It'd probably be one of my favorite ones just because, but you know, I don't know what they're saying.
You don't need to.
I don't need to. No, and it sounds great. That was one of the first songs. Blooming was the first. And then it was that one. I was like, I thought they sounded phenomenal.
Yeah, so those are my two top ones. But he also likes Sayanakidori.
Yeah. I thought that was a very pretty song.
That's one of the first ones that he really grasped onto with Miku. I had him watch the acoustic one too with her and Akane singing together. Yeah. So that's like those are his two favorite, and then mine is From Now On and Wonderland.
So you had said that you like the instrumentals. Have you had the opportunity to hear Unseen World without the vocal tracks?
Like from the Band Maid Prime?
I don't think it's on Prime. It came if you bought the musical score for Unseen Worlds, it's a gigantic book with all the tablature sheet music for the whole album. It came with a CD that had the vocals removed.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't had the chance to listen to that, but that's something I'll definitely look into.
I'm sure it's out floating around on some. Yes, that right there.
Yeah.
So
it is a tome, and open it up and you'll see how tiny that is. I need my glasses and a magnifying glass just to look at the sheet music on it.
Yeah. But there's articles, there's photos.
Yeah. It's even if you're not a musician.
I've seen that. I've seen that online. Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing. It's absolutely stunning how much is going on musically when you take away the vocals. There's so much obviously it's layered to hell and back, but there's so much interplay and stuff woven in and out. It was the first time I heard that, it blew my mind. So if you get the opportunity.
Oh, I will, definitely. So
have you heard their full discography from Made in Japan all the way to Unleash?
Yes. Every single song. From beginning to end, multiple times every day.
just straight through. Just straight through.
I actually did that the other day. I started from the very beginning and back because I usually have it on shuffle, but I wanted to kind of really listen to the evolution of it all. You know, it was interesting, very interesting.
Yeah. It's there are very few bands out there that have evolved that much.
Yeah.
But they're so intentional about it, you know, like the entire band is intentional about evolving and making things better. And I think Konami in particular is just like, okay, faster, more, something else, something different. Like, so, do you have a particular favorite album then?
Unseen World for me. I don't think he knows the album names, but
I don't know too much of those songs still. I'm still looking them up.
I would say Unseen World for me because a lot of the songs on there are ones that I would probably repeat listen to a lot. The ones that catch me a bit more. Yeah, I think that's my favorite album of theirs.
It's an amazing album. Yeah.
Yeah, it's geez, Peter and I have these conversations all the time. It's like I tell him like, oh yeah, this is my favorite album, and then he whatabouts me right out of that favorite album. Like, what about Brand New Maid? It's got X and X. I'm like, damn it,
Damn it.
it's the joke.
It's hard.
It is the joke in the fandom
Very
when
hard.
someone asks you, "What's your favorite song?" Whatever song's playing right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So let's talk a little bit about Detroit. Now, you went to the Detroit show. Were you GA? Were you VIP? What was your
We
favorite?
were just general, because it was our first concert. We weren't really sure what to expect, so we didn't spend like a lot of money, But we got to meet some nice people outside when we were all waiting. We did do the fast lane.
Okay.
Yeah, we did fast lane. So
Right.
we just kind of stood outside and talked to the other people for a while, the ones in front of us and the ones behind us.
So what time did you get there?
Oh, 5 p.m.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
around 5.
Okay. Yeah, Peter and I are the 4 or 5 a.m. crowd.
Well, I've only done that once because I'm living in Japan, so
Yeah.
I've been to 12 shows so far, but in Japan they're all numbered sequentially, and whatever number you get, so you can get there at like 5 p.m., get in line like last minute, and then just go in when it's your turn.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until last year in LA where I met actually SJ for the first time. And I think we met each other about 5 a.m. in the morning in downtown Los Angeles. So that was a pretty interesting experience. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys continue to like go to shows. I mean, being up in front, just being right there at the rails and just experiencing them in real time, just right there. It's something else.
Yeah. And we didn't get the best view last time, but hopefully.
Yeah, it's there's so many layers to it. The recorded stuff is fantastic. The live stuff is so much better. Seeing them in person is a completely different experience, and being right up front is even more than that. So when you go again, get if you can afford it, grab a VIP. Get there early, because the fan base is very much the Grateful Dead, Jimmy Buffett type. Chase them around the world, hang out. We trade Band Maid merch.
That's kind of cool.
It is. It really is its own little culture. His name escapes me right now, and I apologize for it. But there's a guy that made custom coins for Detroit. He had his car done up.
James Orlando.
Thank you, James Orlando. Sorry, James. I know you gave me coins. But yeah, there's a whole little. It's got its own little subculture, which is really, really cool. And you'll learn about
Cat Patrol.
Totally get it. But yeah, it absolutely is part of the experience. So if you can do that, I'd highly suggest it. I think you'll have a really good time just hanging out with the other people and having conversations and meeting new people.
Yeah, it's nice meeting some of the other fans.
If you do meet the fans who are there earlier, they're the ones who tend to dive a lot deeper into like Band Maid lore, who have experienced a lot more, who have been to a lot of shows, who have a lot of merch. So based on just the few minutes here, especially I think with you in particular, Destiny, I think you would enjoy just like talking
really getting into it.
Yeah. You seem to have dived just like head first.
Yes.
So Richard, is it weird to see Destiny like this? Is it a first to see her like this?
Honestly, I haven't seen her this enthusiastic about any band before, so it made me want to like, I don't know, enable that to like help her see them live, because she really wanted to see them live. I'm like, all right, I guess, and I did. I became more of a fan that night, though.
He was sitting behind me, and Misa finished a bass solo, and he started screaming, "Misa!"
Oh, really?
Yes, he did. And I was like, who is this man?
That's a natural reaction. It's like having a hammer hit on your knee and kicking up. It's like, yeah,
It was hilarious.
I enjoyed myself.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes, you did.
So continuing on the Detroit show, so I'm going to assume, Destiny, you knew what Homage and I Time was going in.
Yes.
Did you know what that was, Richard?
I had an idea. She told me about it, but seeing it was entertaining. It was funny, and it got me to kind of loosen up because after that I started, going with the crowd and all that, put my arms up and stuff. Because before that I was like, I don't know. I've never done this before. I've never been to a concert, and I'm kind of a shy person. But after that I was like, all right, this is cool. I'm comfortable.
And I think that's the purpose of it.
Yeah.
I've noticed at the Detroit show, everyone was into the concert, but especially after Homage and I Time, it picked up.
Everyone lit up.
It definitely at least tripled energy after that. And I think that's what Miku it's her purpose. So it's what she does best.
So if I understood you correct, Richard, this was your first concert ever?
Yes.
Both of
ours.
We've never been to another concert before.
Yeah.
Well, you set the bar high.
Yes, everyone did that on the Facebook group.
It's gonna take like an Iron Maiden or something like that to even get close to it, because I've been to hundreds of shows in my life, and there's nothing like a Band Maid show. I'll burn a year's worth of stress in an hour and a half at a show and just lose my mind.
Just lose my mind. Yeah, I don't know. They grabbed my attention more, and the fact of it being their 10th anniversary tour, I really wanted to experience a show during their anniversary tour. Just kind of also just to support the band for that, because that's a big deal for them. So yeah, once I heard it was the 10th anniversary, because I only discovered them this past October 2022. So I've only been listening to them about 8 months or so.
Did you know they were touring at that time when you discovered them?
I didn't know that they were about to tour. No. Okay. I did become a member of the fan club and Band Maid Prime. So that's kind of where I've been getting a lot of my info about that. And then also joining the Band Maid Fans Cafe on Facebook. Right. So I've been kept up to date. And once I realized that, that's when I started grabbing tickets. And I was like, yeah, we're going to this. We're doing it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know if you know, but Scott and I are both admins of that group.
Yeah, I've seen you guys post on some stuff on there. Yeah.
Yeah. He's the hammer.
He's the band hammer.
He's the stop screwing around. I'm a little bit of the what do you call me? What am I?
You're the screw around guy. I'm the stop screw around guy.
He's the screw. He's the hammer.
So he's basically the one to stop. That's right. I do it and he tells me to stop. But yeah, I mean, we're so happy to see new fans who are eager to learn and to delve a lot deeper into this group, because there's so much. And yeah, so it was cool seeing, especially if there's a princess, because it's so male dominated, it's so master dominated.
Very.
So when a princess does pop up, we're like, oh, how can we help? How can we kind of help you sort of manage your way around all of these things? But yeah, it's interesting. I think you, based upon when you discovered Band Maid and from what I'm hearing, how far you've come, man, you took the cram course. You took the intensive and
I would say when I first discovered them, it was looking up about the members, info about them, watching their live videos, see how they all were, watching interviews to see how they react with each other and behave with each other. Because if I can't find a band that's gonna at least look like they're enjoying themselves and getting along, I can't get into that band. I just can't. I can't enjoy their music thinking that they aren't liking what they're doing. So yeah, I went through every music video, every live music video, fan videos, just really wanting to absorb everything about them.
And all the cats were just watching you do that.
Oh yeah, no, my cats love it. Our blind cat, if I start turning on Band Maid on the TV or something and I'm cleaning the house, she's just sitting up on the cat tree screaming. She just yells. I don't know.
So did you buy the Tokyo Garden Theater box set?
I did. Yes, I have it. I have it somewhere. Right about here.
Excellent. That's such a good watch. The show. I remember. Did you watch it live when it was broadcast?
No, I did not.
Yeah, that was like 3 freaking a.m. for me. So that would have been like,
yeah,
it would have been.
Oh, 6 a.m. for them.
Yeah.
Oh, surprising I didn't. We're up at like 4 a.m. So
I'm one of those people too. So, and if I think it arrives today, I sold you one of my spare Unseen World limited editions.
Yep, UPS says it's supposed to be here today, so I'm so excited. Thank you again.
Oh, no problem. Somehow I didn't keep track of my receipts when I bought it. And I usually buy, when I can, I try to buy 2 of things so I have 1 to keep pristine.
Right, yeah.
Because I couldn't find my receipts, I ended up buying it from 3 different sites, so I ended up with 6 of them.
Ladders.
Sorry, she's blind. She can't figure out where she's going.
No, it's totally cool. Band Maid cats. So okay, here's your trivia question for you.
Okay.
What's Miku's cat's name?
Tora. Oh. Tora. Oh.
Tora.
Yeah. Wow, but look at you. See,
and if I remember correctly, wasn't he Psyche's cat's kitten from a litter of Psyche's cat? Yeah.
Oh my god.
I didn't even know that.
How old is Toro?
Oh gosh, I'm not sure. I want to say he's 7, 6, between 5 and 7. I'm not sure.
I thought she just said he was 9.
He just turned 9.
Did he? I wasn't sure. He looks really young though. Like he looks great for his age. He's a good-looking cat.
He's an Asian cat, you know.
Yeah,
exactly.
I was thinking the same thing, but I didn't want to say that.
Age is great.
It's because you're Asian too, buddy.
Yeah. That is not bad though. That's impressive.
See, you'd be perfect for our. Oh, go ahead.
Right. Oh, I was just gonna say, kind of going back to the Detroit show, something I really want to point out was it being our first concert was a really big deal. I was in it right away, but we're a really laid back couple. I call us the young old couple.
Yeah.
We don't socialize much. We don't go out much. We have a busy little house here with the rescues and everything. So for us to leave our house and have one of my friends watch all the animals for a couple of days and to go see a concert and really enjoy ourselves, and like we danced together. When it was some of the slower songs, when Psyche started doing some of the slower songs, we actually were dancing together, and it was cute, which is not something we normally do. So it kind of brought both of us out of our shell. And
that's awesome.
I think we both said that Psyche's vocals live are insane. Yes. Like perfect, flawless. Like I couldn't believe it because, any kind of recording, even ones in the studio that they tweak for live, performances, it still doesn't do her justice.
No,
it really does not. I mean, it was.
That was probably the first thing.
It was like a punch in the face, but I liked it.
That's an accurate description of Band Maid.
That's how I describe Unseen World. It's an abusive relationship, but you can't get enough of it. Because the drums are just so thick.
It just keeps coming.
Mm-hmm. But what you said about Psyche is 100% true. I'm a complete Misa stan. Misa is my girl. But and it's every time I see them, when Psyche comes out on stage, there is so much swagger and charisma.
It's hard to look away from her. Yeah. I found that out. I mean, where we were standing, I had the best view of Psyche, and a little bit of Miku and some little bits of Kanami, but mostly it was Psyche. But even if I had, vantage points with the other members,
Mm.
it was really hard not to look at Psyche. She was doing her job. She's a great frontman. I mean, she was doing what she was supposed to be doing, and she got you hooked.
Mm.
So there is one.
Well,
go ahead, Peter. Go ahead.
So a quick question. If you were to go to another Band Maid show and you were to be there in the morning and you had the chance to be in front of anyone, who would you choose? Richard?
Konami.
Oh, Konami.
I'm Konami. Konami is my number one.
Oh, if I could, it'd probably be Akane.
Akane.
Great. Yeah.
He loves her.
Yeah. It stood out to me. She was smiling like the whole time. I was like, that's
right.
I don't know. That's crazy. She was so
Yeah.
happy.
See, then
It
you
was
would have
infectious.
loved the even though it's a short set when they opened for the last rock stars in LA, because her kit was right where Misa normally stands.
Yeah.
And so, my little group of people who got there at 6 a.m. for 25 minutes, we just dumb luck ended up in front. So I got to be, 10 feet from her and watch her work. That was pretty special. I won't get that again.
Lucky.
That was a different layout. Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the YouTube videos of that. It was different seeing them all kind of laid out in a different way.
So why Konami in particular?
Well, to me, I don't know, I love watching her play. Whether it's like on her Band Maid Prime videos where she's just, showing you, how she plays her songs, or on lives, or even just in their music videos when she definitely bumps up her acting like you should in a music video. She's just very into it.
Right.
I love watching live recordings of her playing from now on. I probably watch it from the Tokyo Garden Theater over and over again. I even posted a random snapshot of her on Facebook doing that insane manic grin when she got, like, she was so focused, and
right.
She's a crazy genius. There's no other way to explain her. She's something about when she's playing and writing these songs that she's piecing together, although the other members have been doing their own music with her and putting it all together. It's like she kind of goes somewhere else. It's really strange, and I'm not trying to sound weird saying that, but she's just in another dimension. But I don't know. It's phenomenal. So she's my favorite just because she knows what she's doing. She's really worked hard to get to where she can write the songs for the band and get them to express themselves and what they want to play. So basically, she's like my bandmate hero. So.
So in April, I went to the Kyoto show, and it was at KBS Hall, which has like a stained glass background. And the way that I was standing and the way the stage was situated, and when From Now On came on, Konami basically was standing in front of an angel with wings.
Oh wow!
But from where I was standing, it looked like it was her with wings.
That's crazy.
And she was playing and going at it, and like you said, when she gets into that zone, she kind of disappears into some other world, and it was an unreal, like, it felt heavenly. I mean, it really felt like something like an amazing experience. But yeah, like when she disappears into that moment in that zone, she's not human.
No. and we all mean that in the best way now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not an animal, not some like
No.
So you mentioned that picture. Did you take that picture?
I screenshotted it. Yeah, while I was watching it on my
that's right. That's from
TV.
That's from Tokyo Garden. That's right.
And I kept watching it over and over again. So I kept pausing to get that perfect moment when she's so focused on that really hard solo right after Misa's solo. And she just turned into like a robot. Like she was so on her guitar and just motionless. And then she got to one of the really hard parts and her grin just started coming up, and I was like, I gotta take a picture of this. And now it is definitely my background on my phone. Because
that picture, that screen grab has made the rounds in the different fans.
I see that people are altering it now, changing the colors on it. Yeah. That's a good picture. So
You
everyone
are
should
you
have
are
it.
officially like, yeah, you're officially in the Band Maid group. When your picture just makes the rounds to like
Yeah.
different groups.
I took a couple pictures of some screen caps of Psyche last night and distributed them because I thought they were some really pretty ones of her.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely you sound like someone who's been at least 5 years into Band Maid.
8 months.
I can't believe how short it's
yeah.
been.
I know. Yeah. I had to ask my mom because one of the questions was, when did you find them? And I couldn't remember because I feel like I've been listening to them for years. But I remember showing my mom a video and I called my mom and I was like, Mom, when was the first time that I told you about this band and had you watch a YouTube video? And she's like, I think it was October. I'm like, okay, sure, we'll go with that. That sounds about right.
So is mom a fan, or is mom like whatever?
Um, Mom will listen to them. My parents actually listen to the same music that we do, and my older brother does. We're a very hard rock family, so all of us listen to that, even my mother and my father. I think the language is a little bit of a barrier for my mom.
Mm.
However, and my mom didn't mean anything bad by it, but when I told her there are 5 Japanese girls in a band, she immediately was like, I don't want to listen to them.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to them. I don't think I'm going to like it. I'm like, Mom, they're not what you think. It's not like the Japanese pop or anything like that. I said they really are doing a good job with hard rock, and then she started listening to them and my dad started listening to them a bit when I'm over. And my dad likes them. I don't think he cares so much about the vocals, of course, but he likes just the sound of the instruments. He says it just kind of makes him feel more like the older rock that he really enjoyed.
Right. Maybe we should have the whole family next time, huh, Scott?
Hey, there you go.
That's a new one.
The Band Maid family.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we talked about a few of the things that you have. You got the Tokyo Garden, you've got your Unseen World coming. Did you guys buy anything from the Detroit show?
Yes. The 10th anniversary poster, the cap, the baseball cap.
Okay.
Oh, I need one of those.
Yeah, it's come in handy a lot. I also got the 10th anniversary t-shirt, the black t-shirt, because I wanted to have the Detroit date that's on the back. So I made sure to get one of those shirts. But that's all that I got at this show.
I would hardly call it, I would hardly say that's all you got. That's a pretty good haul, because that was certainly north of $100.
Oh, it was about 130.
The rest of my checkings.
Oh, please.
Wait, Richard, did you
Hey,
buy
that's
anything?
fine. Did I buy it? No, I didn't buy anything, but
I don't think he's at the point yet to
No,
wear
not yet.
merch.
Well,
Okay.
We're working
We're
on that.
I'm a little more shy. But yeah, I'm this is more so for her. I've been supporting her a lot, and it's kind of just making me want to look more into Band Maid. And I'm getting more into them. Like I said, I just recently started putting more of their songs on my like YouTube playlist on Spotify. I don't listen to music too much. I'm not too big into music, but they have a really nice sound, so I've been putting a lot of their songs on my.
He basically just gave me his card and said, just go buy what you want.
Give it.
See, that's a good husband right there. Good man.
That's a good man.
All right, so you said you listened to, I don't remember if it was during the interview or in our pre-interview, you said you listened to a lot of different world music. Obviously, Band Maid is a big thing. Any other Japanese bands that you listen to or have caught your attention?
I think the first Japanese artist that got me into the rock portion of Japanese music was Suki Amano. She used to go by Tsukiko Amano, I believe, but now it's just Suki. I just really love her music. She's got a great sound, really good rock voice. I don't know too much about like the band that backs her, but I know I like her vocals a lot. And that's definitely what got me looking more into Japanese music. And then you've got your typical we watch anime a lot. So if we find a song in an anime that we like a lot, I'll look it up and usually add them to my playlist, things like that. Another one is and I'm probably not going to say this right, Kanin Wakshima, or what? Yeah, I'm not sure how to say it. She plays a cello, a big cello, and she sings, and it's kind of gothic-y pop music in a way. But those are the first Japanese artists that I listened to.
You threw me a curveball. I have no idea who you're talking about.
You should look them up. At least look up Suki Amano. She's wonderful.
Okay.
Well, it kind of makes me go back to when you first heard Band Maid from Kate, and you heard Choose Me and Blooming. So you were saying like the vocals really grabbed you with Suki Amano. With those Band Maid songs, Choose Me and Blooming, what stood out to you musically? Like, what was it that kind of said, I really like this?
I would say I first do gravitate towards vocals with a band. So that's the first thing that gets me. I grew up listening to like, Within Temptation, Evanescence, Hailstorm. I really listen to mostly female vocal bands. So they have to have really good vocals that grab me in a certain way. And I just thought that Psyche's vocals were what I usually listened to, even if, it wasn't a language that I knew. I didn't know what she was saying, but it didn't matter because it was the tone she was singing in. It was how she was saying her words. Even if you didn't know the lyrics, you could feel the energy. You knew what she was basically saying, like what kind of emotion she had. So I was able to gravitate towards them pretty early on. And another thing was just both those songs are different. All Band Maid songs are quite different from each other. But I was able to hear both of them throughout this whole movie and know that it was the same band doing them. Like it was so distinct that I was like, I need to look these guys up because they did 2 songs that I like. So they probably have more.
Absolutely.
So you said your favorite song is Wonderland.
Yes.
Richard, do you have a favorite song, or we're not sure?
Well, I've been more into their like the music, like the sound of it. I'm not. Well, I like their vocals definitely, but I'm more of a like guitars, and I like the bass, the drums. From now on, I think is probably I would say my favorite right now. And
he likes when Miku sings.
Yeah.
So he likes Sayanakidori, and you'd probably like Time.
Time.
Had you listen?
Time. Yeah.
I probably
Time, Sayanakidori,
Rockin' Me.
Rockin' Me's a fun one, especially live, because it's just got a fun bounce to it, and she has so much fun, and there's good audience participation with that one, so that's a fun one.
Did they sing that at Detroit? Rockin' Me?
No, I'm not sure. They might have. I think I've got the set list. I'm not at the point yet where I can distinguish, the names of the songs right away.
Okay.
No, it doesn't look like it was played, but we did have Sayanakidori, which he enjoyed that very much.
All
right. So, for you, Destiny, I know you said your favorite song is Wonderland. Is there, that song notwithstanding, if there's one song from the catalog that you could hear live, if you could say, please play this one, what is that song?
I would like to hear Don't You Tell Me. I really like that song. The music video stands out to me a lot. I like the music video for that, but I just like the overall sound of that song. Also HGK. That song needs more love. That song's amazing. I would love to see that live.
There's a lot of Unseen World songs that need a lot more love.
Yes.
Have they done HGK live?
They only did it for the acoustic.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the whole set list so far that I've seen of this last US tour, I don't think they played it once.
Yeah. Wait, they did play it at, I'm so blank right now, to like TGT, the song list. They did it there?
Let's find out.
They did all of Unseen World?
They did.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but they didn't play it in this one.
There's a lot of stuff that we want on the US tour that we didn't get. I mean, it blows my mind that we haven't gotten About Us yet in the US, but
It's hard when they have such a huge discography, you know, when a band's been around for that long and making music as frequently as they have been. That's pretty crazy. What is it, like 8 albums, not counting like little extra ones, like 8 big studio albums
That's a lot of songs.
for 10 years?
Yeah.
And then you've got the bonus tracks and
Yeah, I mean, it's Konami. Her ability to produce, it's like she's basically like a cat and produces like a litter of songs.
Yeah.
All at once.
Every season. Yeah. Like, go, my children, go out into the world.
Go and rip everything up.
I mean, they cranked out Memorable while they were driving around the country on a big old bus.
Yeah, impressive.
All right, Peter, got anything? No, I'm running out of stuff, but I've had a blast on this one.
We did too.
No, I mean, I was gonna say like this year in particular, I've been getting into a lot of other bands in Japan, smaller bands, because I have the opportunity to see them at smaller venues. But one of the big things that's lacking for a lot of them is just a really strong discography with a good amount of songs, not just a good number of songs, but good songs.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to that particular aspect, Band Maid is almost untouchable compared to almost any other band out there. What do you think, Scott?
As far as for being as prolific, I don't know of another one that cranks.
Not even Japanese band, right?
Not just any band.
Yeah,
any band.
I think the only one that is kind of close would be maybe Gacharic Spin, but even they're not as prolific. They push out a lot of stuff, especially if you consider if you put Dollbox in that mix, they're in the ballpark, but not quite.
But the quality.
Yeah.
I guess it's arguable.
That's
arguable.
That's a bit. If you like Destiny, if you haven't heard of Gacharic Spin, they are a power pop band.
Okay.
That's the only way to describe it, because it is kind of poppy, but it's hard, and everybody in the band is virtuosic with their ability to play, and they do a lot of interwoven stuff.
That's really
that would be
cool.
one to check out. So
their bassist puts a lot of funk into their songs.
A lot of slap and pop.
I like funk.
I think you like basses.
I like basses.
You like
basses.
Kogo sounds.
It always sounds fun.
The now singer Hana started as their drummer, and she would sing as a drummer too, but now moved to the front and plays guitar. And they have another drummer that came in, and sometimes they'll both be playing drums at the same time. Everybody moves around. Everybody sings in that band. Everybody plays at least one instrument. So you get this weird, everybody's moving around doing different stuff, and it's a super high energy show. It's a great time.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Well, okay, here's a question. So you both said that you listen to hard rock, a little bit of screamo, but who in particular, like before Band Maid, who would you have said was your go-to band? Was there?
Early on, it probably was Linkin Park for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, it's probably Sabaton. I've been listening to them probably around the same time she started listening to Band Maid. So I was starting to get into Sabaton, and she was getting into Band Maid, and now I'm getting into Band Maid. So.
My first band I ever listened to growing up as a preteen was Evanescence, so that started it. And my big brother, who's 7 years older than me, he listened to AFI, Census Fail, Paramore, so I would get my music from him.
Gotcha.
So that's where all my music tastes kind of come from.
Yeah, that emo screamo scene. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff. They had some good stuff back then.
They have some good stuff, yeah.
I agree.
The other one that Peter and I will push on you is Sisega.
I've heard of them.
There's
yeah.
Regan has an incredible voice. She can go into the deep, deep growls, but has a beautiful, clean, powerful singing voice. Not unlike Amy Lee as far as the amount of power that she has.
That is true.
And vocals are important.
Who else do you like vocally? Well, you like
Lizzie Hale.
Right.
She's so powerful. And Amy Lee, of course. I don't know her last name, but there was a band in, I want to say Wales, and they weren't huge, but they were called Dream State, and their lead singer CJ that they used to have, she was just great. I don't know, she just had a different sound to her too. I do like Paris. Lynn Gunn from Paris is pretty interesting. Her voice, the music that they produce. But mostly it's really strong female rock vocals, just the really, they can hit you hard, but they can also like go softer, you know.
Make you weep.
Hey.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything that you want to ask us? I know that's kind of a weird question, but is anything that's like, it sounds like you've done enough research that there's probably nothing I could tell you. You've already taught me things today that Tarao is a psyche kitten. So.
Yeah. Do you have questions?
Do I have questions? I don't know.
You're so cute.
Fair enough. I put you on the spot.
I usually just do a lot of my research, though. If I have questions, I tend to post them on the Facebook group and then kind of collect that way.
That was going to be my suggestion. Yeah, the fan base is super helpful. Everybody's willing to share their knowledge and anything that they've learned. It's not always correct, but most of the time you're going to get the right answer. Just everybody's super helpful and will do their best. Same thing with tickets and you know, this is I've been listening to music since I was like 14, and I've been going to concerts since I was 16. I can't think of another fan base that is as energized and helpful and willing to share information.
I felt welcomed right away. It was a very comfortable environment, and I've actually become a lot more active on the Facebook group, posting little things and you know, and it's nice because people do talk back to each other. Like, you know, you don't just post something and everyone's like, oh, yeah, okay. You know, we all kind of engage with each other, which I really appreciate that. And another thing I do want to mention though, to bring up was we purchased VIP tickets to go see Band Maid in Minneapolis in August. So we will be driving 2 hours, taking our car onto a ferry for 4 hours to Wisconsin, then driving 4 more hours to Minneapolis to see Band Maid.
Good for you. That's a lot. In fact, I must have missed that question because that was one of the things. Were you going to travel for the band? And boy, that's some travel. Like Peter's going to try to come out for Anaheim. I'm doing Spokane, Portland, and Anaheim this time around. But we've got friends that, like, if you saw the interview with Richard Hogan, he did every single show in October, including Aftershock. These guys go all over the place.
We are definitely traveling for them. Definitely. And it's good for us. Band Maid is making us go out and enjoy our young people life.
Don't do this stuff.
We don't go places much.
Yeah.
So we're excited. We have talked about someday we would like to go and see a show of theirs in Japan, or at least just go to Japan.
That'd be great.
So it's one of our goals now.
If you ever come to Japan, I should be here. I'll gladly help you guys out with anything, whatever it is.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know. I will let you know what bands to watch, which shows. Yeah, I'll let you know.
That sounds good.
Yeah. No, but it's you guys are pretty much on the same trajectory as a lot of the maid heads. Would you call that? Band maid heads?
Avoiding the other M word.
That'll never happen. But it's a lot of people have said, I've never done this for any other band. Like it's You hear it all the time. I've never done this for any other band. I've never listened to them this much. I've never researched this much. I've never traveled this much. So,
Oh yeah. Just the traveling itself is crazy. And now I also have an entire wall in our bedroom that is Band Maid, framed posters and poster boards and the 10th anniversary posters in there with, this is going to make me sound like a kook, but a chip of paint from the wall of the building of St. Andrew's Hall is also in the corner of that poster inside to remember it by. Let's see, 2 Band Maid hoodies, 6 shirts, Tokyo Garden Theater. Unseen World is going to be here today, hopefully. So yeah, there's a whole bedroom wall now that is just, and maybe I'll just send you guys some pictures of that if you want to post it somewhere. Yeah, his first response when I got him, he was just like, really? I have to wake up every morning now and see this? And like, yeah, it's the best part of your day. What are you complaining about?
At first.
Oh, and a Band Maid tote bag and a license plate frame for our Jeep and 2 decals of Band Maid on our Jeep, which he has to drive around with Band Maid on
it. Wait, do you guys have like all the CDs? Or you're
I do not. I would love to get them at some point, but no, I don't have any of their CDs.
You only have Unseen, or you will have Unseen World.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I've got extras lying around of stuff. I'll hook you guys up when I go to.
Thank you.
When I go to the States in August, I'll hook you guys up with some stuff.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a suit. Yeah. He's gonna have a whole suitcase of just crap that he's bought for me. So I'm sure he'll find room for your stuff.
Oh, good.
I'm just gonna give you guys his stuff.
Oh man.
No.
No, we're starting ripples here. Now we're never going to be invited back on.
No. You. In fact, I planned a pretty. What's the word I'm looking for? Aggressive isn't the right word, but we'll go with that. Fan merch item for the August dates. I will make sure that I keep one for you guys. You absolutely, you deserve it. You've earned it. Your dedication to the band is definitely worthy of it. Too bad I couldn't meet you at one of the shows and give it to you in person, but I will set one aside. I'll make sure you get it. Haven't said what it is yet, but once
maybe
they come
someday
in,
we can all meet up at a show. That would be very wonderful.
Absolutely.
That'd be fun.
Absolutely. All right, Peter, anything else?
I mean, I could go on and on, but I think we'll
right? We could.
Yeah.
Oh, but on that, send me some pictures, because what I'll do is I'll put them up in post-production. And, if you're going to send a picture of stickers on your Jeep, stickers of your room, whatever that is, or pictures of the bedroom, I'll put all that stuff up there. I know people get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
I had an absolute blast doing it. This was a great time.
We did too. Thank you.
Absolutely. So with that, thank you, Destiny and Richard, for joining us on Made News Network. One last thing, if you want any of our merch, this is our logo here. If you want to be in the Dawn Patrol, do you know what Dawn Patrol is? Have you heard us talk about that? Okay.
You get there at the crack of dawn.
You got it. I think Dawn Patrol is going to turn into the Midnight Morons at some point, because it keeps getting earlier and earlier and earlier. But let's
start it now.
Yeah, let's start it now.
No. That is one of the benefits to going to Japanese shows. It's fun to line up early, but this overnight stuff, I think I have to draw the line there.
I couldn't do it.
So what you're saying is we're going to find a time to all go to a concert together, and you guys are going to show up for Dawn Patrol, and we're already going to be there having slept overnight in a tent. We're going to be like, oh, what took you guys so long to get here?
It's entirely possible. Well, the Baby Metal fan does that. The fan base does that. That took our last rock stars. There was people that were in line for like 72 hours, which was absolutely pointless because they were by themselves for like solid 2 days. But
we made friends with a Band Maid fan at Detroit, him and his father, and we've actually stayed in contact with him. And he invited us, hopefully, to go and see Baby Metal with him in September. So we might be doing that too.
Okay. Aren't they playing with Sabaton?
No,
Or is that in Europe?
I can't remember what the band is called, but they're playing with a different band.
That'd be
It's not Band Maid. She doesn't know.
It's not
Uh,
Band Maid, I don't care. Well, my
Doesn't
dad
matter.
was commenting, he's like, "Hey, there's gonna be bands in town this summer." I'm like, if it's not Band Maid, I'm not
Is it
listening
Band
to
Maid?
it. I mean, I don't know what you want from me.
want nothing to do with it.
I tag clothes all day at work, and my little tagging gun that I use is a black tagging gun, and I bought Band Maid stickers.
Put it on the tag.
Tagging gun.
Too funny. They're playing with Death Clock.
That's what it is. Thank
Yeah.
you. I couldn't think of the name.
Maybe it was
Yeah.
Europe they played with Sabaton. I feel like they played with Sabaton. I don't follow Baby
Because they
Mama
did that
much.
song with
Yeah.
Sabaton. Yeah. Or
You
the
told me about
singer
that,
from
I
it.
think.
Yeah,
Mm.
I showed it to you. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to wrap this up. So
All right.
thank you so much, Destiny and Richard, for joining us. Peter, we're going to get you off to bed. And with that, I am SJ Nix from Made News Network. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time on Made News Network.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Guys.